Hey guys! Okay, so first off, if I sound weird or if I cough or sneeze or anything, it's because I'm sick right now. Because the Marines kicked my ass on Saturday, and I had to run like 2 miles in the cold, like 9 a.m. and do a whole bunch of CrossFit stuff outside at 9 a.m. until like 11, and it was fun.
And you didn't think to wear sweatpants?
How was your wedding?
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? Darling,
Yeah, the wedding was fun. I think my family got freaked out because I danced more with this dork than my husband D-dork.
He's over there for video Jess and me do a lot of dancing together. It's like one of our things. Actually, jess-kitten has her own YouTube channel
With 2 whole videos on it.
all 2, and they're just me and her dancing as Bucky and Black Widow, and the other one is Toby and she's in normal clothes.
Yeah, so Toby and Jess.
It was a Thursday at Kineticon last year. There's more videos on queue for her, and I'm gonna kick her butt to get if you want to see us dancing more, because I love dancing.
And I like dancing too. I can't dance unless this one's leading.
So yeah, I do like to dance. We uploaded a video last week, Kidnap Mr. Santa Claus, from
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep, and we've been trying to plan doing these costumes for like 2 years now.
Probably like 2 years.
Yeah, about 2 years now. We had an idea that we wanted to do like their original outfits, and we went, now we're gonna do like older outfits, like them, they're older. So that's why like the outfits are different, but they came out really good. I got to do cartwheels. I'll do a clip right here. They held me upside down. So yeah, please go watch Kidnap Mr. Santa Claus, because we noticed that like we have 30,000 of you, almost 30,000 of you that have subscribed to our channel, and only like 3,000 of you have watched this amazing video that was like a work of from the heart for us. Like, we decided one day last week to be like one Sunday and be like me, this dork, her husband, and oh, it's really cool to say.
It's weird.
Her husband, Chris Arplay, and Darklighter, Sarah Bear, all went out on a whole Sunday and filmed this entire thing in one day, and we had that thing up the next day, so we were like super proud of it. We took it scene by scene. It was so much fun to film.
Yeah.
And
it was amazing. Like, we didn't know that Darklighter had a Santa Claus outfit.
Oh my god, it was so funny.
Until we were at her house.
And we were like, damn, I wish we had a Santa Claus outfit.
And she just like jumps in, I have one!
Yeah.
And then we had a Sandy Claus.
Yeah, Sandy Claus. So yeah, please go watch it. Like, we did a lot with that. I mean, it's not Toby, it's not Creepypastas, but it's still Halloween, creepy.
Still spoopy.
Bloopers are next. That's our next video. We're gonna have that up this week. And there is a lot of videos, a lot of parts of me just picking up this one's hat.
Bloopers is gonna contain stuff from episode 3, episode 4, and Kidnap Mr. Santa Claus, and possibly just bloopers from our real lives. So we've noticed that some of you guys think that the Ask Tiki Toby series is over and that we're not doing a series anymore. This is not true.
This is not true at all.
Yeah, we are continuing the series. It's just under a new name, which is Monsters of the Web. It has its own Tumblr,
It doesn't have a Twitter yet. It just pretty much has its own Tumblr.
yeah, Facebook and Twitter pending.
Yeah.
The other thing is, some of you seem upset that the Ask format is going to be leaving and that it wasn't in this previous episode. We have mentioned that we were moving away from that.
It's limited us creatively, That's what I've told everyone that has commented about, like, oh, why is this not an ask? It's called an ask video. Why isn't it an ask? In the beginning, we wanted to introduce characters, and the show was like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was like Toby interacting with other characters? And then episode 2 happened. Literally, episode 2. If you notice, episode 1 and episode 2 are very different. I mean, episode 2 kind of got some goof, but you're going to realize horrifyingly that one of the goofs in there is actually terrifying. And
it plays into the larger plot we've been working on.
Yes, and we'll talk about that a little later. We're leaving the ass for it. We want to introduce this big story. We've talked about this before, and I've talked about it in the last one. We have the master list. Like, our world is out there. Like, we've given you the materials of how the lore is going to work in these videos of Monsters of the Web, and it's going to be great. So I know you guys love Toby. Toby will be in there. I don't know if I'll be portraying him depending on where I am at the time. I do get some leave, so maybe I'll get some leave and come and do a day of filming. It's gonna be creepypastas.
Yeah.
It's going to be
even if Jack isn't here to be Toby, someone else can be Toby. We're all about the same size.
Yeah.
So
Jess was Toby in episode 2. I was Jack in episode 2. Do you remember me as me playing me? That was me. Who do you think was Toby? I wasn't like. That one was Toby, so we fought each other. Don't diss Clocky, please, okay? We understand. I don't want to use the word yaoi, but homosexuality is very prevalent in our society. It's more out there.
Mostly in, like, fandom.
Well, I was saying in general. I wasn't saying with fandom. But I'm saying, like, in general. Like, you can speak about being gay now.
Well, yeah.
You can speak about LGBT things. I myself am bisexual. And, you know. So, we live in a world now that LGBT is a thing. We get it. And believe me, I want representation. I want it so bad, especially in our popular media. And our popular media doesn't get that, by the way. This is not a stick. I'm not paid to say this. Go watch Gotham. There is representation in there. Anyways.
Go read comics like Lumberjanes.
Yeah. There's so much good representation out there. And I know it's you look for your creative outlets like Creepypasta, like what's Overwatch, things like that. You want representation in every aspect of your life, and I get that. I do. The thing with Toby and Clocky is that was a request from Castaway and from Clocky's creator. That was their last request before they both left the fandoms, was that they are a couple. Now, do I support this? I will sum it up. I support the will of the creators, and that's what I'm doing. I don't really do romance with the creepypastas. They're monsters. What the hell? They're monsters, guys. They're like, you know that we don't do the Mansion AU. We don't do the Mansion AU. The Mansion will be brought up, actually. We found a really cool way of bringing it up, but I digress. There's not going to be romance. There's not going to be, like, they're going on a date. Can you imagine them going on a date? I don't want to. It's not happening. So when you see Toby and Clocky together, they're not going on a date. They're not watching movies. They're not doing things. They're just trying...
They're finding their humanity again.
Exactly. Toby is struggling to remember what it's like to be human. Remember, they're slaves. Toby is a mindless slave to Slenderman. So if some girl walks into his woods, which, by the way, no one else is allowed in other than 2 other dudes and 1 other chick who can't talk. Brian can't talk. Tim is his only source of talking, and Tim is an a-hole. So when a girl walks in, hell yeah, he's going to want to go and talk to her. And if she likes him and talks to him, and oh my god, she's got a messed up face just like every other person, and him, yeah, he's gonna have a connection. So you don't have to look at it like it's romance. You can look at it like it's friendship. Because
that's why we leave it so vague, is so that you can take your own
interpretation with it. So yeah, please, we understand. You don't like Clocky. We get it. We get the ask. We get the comments. But you guys
it's more that you guys don't want Clocky with Toby, but we're not telling you that he is. We're honoring the creators and just giving you something vague so you can hopefully accept it at what it is.
Exactly.
At base level.
So we wanted to be realistic with it. So Clocky is going to be incredible. Like, we've been working all day. We've been working with
some special guests.
Yeah, we got some really great YouTubers, other creepy creators we've been working with. So you guys, the next episode, look out for them creepy creators, because they're in it. But we've been working all day today to rework Clocky. We've been working all year on Clocky, but today we really took a good look at her. And she, honestly, her rewrite has become one of my favorite things about our world. Like, what we've come up with her character, like, you guys are going to be screaming.
We hope.
We hope you like it's what a twist. It's gonna be great. Like, keep a special eye on Clocky. I'm telling you, she's gonna be your favorite character. She's become like incredible. Like, I was blown away when we both realized what we had done with her. Like
I've read Clocky's original story. I read it once and then never wanted to touch it again.
Yeah.
Like, I want to keep going back to reread the story that we wrote today.
Yeah, it's great. Like, I can't wait. The minute we, edit this video, get it up, we're going right back into Clocky because it's fun to discuss her. We've been talking to other members of Six Teams. They've been helping us out, Avarice and Spectre General. But anyways, they've been helping us out with Clocky and this other super special YouTuber. I don't think they'll mind if we shout him out.
You want
Sure.
to spoil it?
Sure, spoil it. Like, so we've been working with Clocky's story with
Rara Kitsune?
Rara Kitsune. Yeah, she portrays Jane, the killer. So we've been working with her. We won't go into details, but she's been really awesome today. Like, thank you so much for working with us. You seem super excited. We're super excited to work with you. So yeah, she
can't wait to get the script out.
Yeah, like, oh man. Pretty much we rewrote Clocky completely almost. There's like 1 or 2 scenes that we kept from the original stories, but
even those are edited.
Even those are slightly edited. So there is a wink to the original story, but pretty much her whole thing has been retconned. Even her design, we'll give that much. We'll hint at it. Her design will be retconned in a little bit. It's a little bit more believable, rather than ripping your eye out and shoving a clock in it and cutting your mouth for no reason.
I'd say it's a little toned down.
It's toned down.
We want to say congratulations and thank you to Kai, who was our Ben Drowned.
Who was amazing, and we loved working with Kai, and oh my god, her video was terrifying when we first got it. Like, I just jumped. It was awesome, and we look forward to working with Kai again. Once the video was uploaded yesterday, I definitely went. I think
we immediately texted Kai to be like, okay, so episode 5.
Yeah. So Ben will return for episode 5. We really want to get that up because we had a great idea about how we want to go with that. So Muji does most of our music along with Technoax. The majority is Muji, and he has a YouTube channel, and it's all mostly like creepy ambiance, piano music. It's incredible. You should go and subscribe to him. He also has a Twitter, so go check him out. Because without him, our videos wouldn't be as emotional. Muji, thank you so much for letting us use your music.
2 Brick Hearts.
The detective segment, introducing Jeff, Lou, and Jane was really hard for us because that was right around the time we were like, okay, the Ask format isn't really working because it's limiting us. We don't want everyone to be tied to Toby. We can have a lot of interactions with Toby because he's sort of a star player in the ongoing theme of the videos. We don't want all the interactions to be with Toby. We need other characters to be themselves, and Jeff is such a beloved character in the Creepypasta fandom. Lou has barely been portrayed. Jane has been out there. It's in the story that they're all after each other. And we were looking for, we didn't want to just film the 3 of you walking down and then fighting. Originally, that's what we were going to do. That's why, the end ends with, Jeff and Lou knife fighting. Because originally I went to Chiroptera and Spectre General and been fight. Do some kind of knife fight. And make it, artistic. And that was what we were going to do to introduce it and have, a narrator over it talking about their story. And I marathoned, SVU, I think, last February for an entire weekend. And that was what was in my head.
Which you can definitely tell listening to what Jack wrote for Range Death and Chris Art Play to say.
The war is pretty much a turf warfare between Zalgo and Slenderman. And we have the allegiances here.
It's on Monsters of the Web on Tumblr.
Yeah.
I posted a picture of this list. It has since been slightly edited.
So the one edit we made to change the allegiances is a spoiler. I'll give you some allegiances is Toby, Tim, Brian, Kate, and Jane are all Team Slenderman. Mm-hmm. And Laughing Jack, Eyelash Jack, Ben, and episode 5 will introduce Bloody Painter and Puppeteer. They're all Team Zalgo. And then we have Jeff, Lou, Clocky, and Toymaker are all wild cards, or are they? So there's gonna be some interesting, twisty, fun things with that. So that's kind of why we had to leave the Ask format, is because this war, because we want to see characters fighting, we want to see like some crazy like stunts and stories and how it's going to affect them emotionally and how monsters can feel and things like that. Like,
more sadness.
Yeah, we're going to break your hearts even more. Yeah, next episode, I'll give you a little thing. It's going to be Laughing Jack and Ben in one segment with a special, awesome special guest. Something we've been hoping for a while now is actually going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And something some of you guys have asked about.
Yeah, so we have a super special guest as a voice in the next episode. Two super special guests. One was Rara Kitsune, the other one is Ooh. But if they want us to tell you guys,
then
we'll let them tell you, and then we'll be like, yeah, see. So we'll leave it up to them.
Mm-hmm. So if you're watching this, you know who you are.
Yeah, and we know you watch our videos, so you know who you are. And then it'll be the Bloody Painter and Puppeteer in a fight versus Tim and Brian. So we actually get to see almost, I want to call it, and I have nothing else to describe it, a Mortal Kombat-esque fight. And I've been wanting to do a fight scene in a video, not just Creepypasta, just a fight scene in a video for like years now. So I think this is going to be it. We did a little bit in episode 2 with Jack versus Toby.
Yeah.
So
you can see our expert fighting skills there.
Yeah, we're a little bit scarier, higher stakes. So
yeah, but that's gonna be throughout the new series with the storyline.
Yeah.
So this will not be the only fight you see.
And then there is the Clocky segment. So there'll be 3 segments for episode 5. We're going to work our butts off in the next 2 weeks to get those up because of. For the Marines, I got pushed back about 3-4 weeks. So that's why I'm here.
Yeah, because in case you guys didn't know, this was Jack's original ship date.
Yep, I haven't acclimated to the cold weather yet. Granted, South Carolina is a lot warmer, so I got pushed back to December 12th, so that will be my new date. So hopefully we're going to work our butts off to get episode 5 up, because that is my request from 6 Seams, is that we get it up before I leave. Here's a new segment.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that?
We have a bunch of videos up now that we put little things in it here and there, and
as just little like winks and like, let's see if anyone catches it.
Yeah, disappointed most of you didn't get them. Keep your eyes open, everything is important. So this is the one that jess-kitten has brought up a lot. All the time we talk about the episode, she goes, man, nobody caught that yet. I'm so mad nobody caught that yet. So you want to talk about Masky?
Sure. In episode 3, when Toby is looking under the rocks for the notes from Clocky, you guys see that she's pounding away on the barrier. She can't get through. She's screaming. And then Masky looks over and turns his head and shushes off screen. That was directed at Clocky.
The way the barrier works is that the 4 proxies and Slenderman can get into these woods. Tim cannot leave the barrier, and we'll discuss that why. Hoodie, Toby, and Kate can leave. So it was really weird that all of a sudden this messed up girl just comes into their world like, oh my god. That's why no one else believes. That's why Hoodie and Masky, everyone's like, you're crazy, Toby. I mean, you're crazy, but you're crazy. Like, no one can get into this barrier. No one can get into this dimension. Tim is aware that and knows that Nat is there and can see her and sense that she's knocking on the barrier. And Toby can't hear it at that point. So Tim hears it, but Toby can't. And he's telling her to shut up. So there are hidden Ghost Riders amongst some of our videos. I'm a huge Ghost Rider fan.
In case you didn't notice.
Yeah, I got my Ghost Rider shirt on. I love Ghost Rider. I love the fact that, yes, I know, he is on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now. I'm super happy. And there are Ghost Riders hidden throughout some of our videos, like in the backgrounds. And some of them I'm just shooting at him. Lyra's car, it was my car. There is a Ghost Rider hanging from the mirror. There's one in my Jack's Big Dumb Update, which I'm shooting at. There's a Ghost Rider in the last update video in the background. So Jane's origins. Jane's origins were kind of hinted at in episode 4. One of the detectives mentions that she made a deal with the devil. Mm-hmm. So that was a little wink, wink. Did you catch that? Are my patches when I'm lock, shock, and barrel from the Kidnap Mr. Santa Claus, because I'm moving around so much and doing cartwheels and stuff. So I'm super proud of these patches, and I really want you guys to see them because I painted these
in like a night.
Yeah. So it's the lollipop.
It's
yeah.
Spoopy.
Yeah, that's the lollipop he has throughout the movie. So that's one of them. The Tim Burton lines, because he always has like these really cool lines. That's what's on my back. This one says "Down with the Pumpkin King," which, if you've been following the American presidential election, does not mean what you think it means.
It's purely in reference to the movie.
Yes. So down with the Pumpkin King because Lock, Shock, and Barrel are on Oogie Boogie's side, and if you played the sequel game, they want Boogie to take over everything. Here are the pumpkins that are on the Kidnap Santa Claus bag. Mm-hmm. This one is the zombie Jims because the zombie band in the movie is like Jim, Jimmy, and James.
Yep.
And James is a short version of James is Jim.
And they didn't actually have a name, so
we looked this up. So I was like, I need to come up with a band name, Zombie something or other, because they're just called the Zombie Band. I wasn't gonna write that on a cool patch, so I wanted it to look like a rock star patch, rocker patch. So Zombie Jims. This is my favorite one. This is the whole reason I did these patches because I really wanted this on my back. So I boogie boogie, and I painted that in a night. Well, actually, I painted that in like a half hour before I had to run to PT with the Marines. So that is my Oogie Boogie. Episode 4 in the dream sequence when Toby is starting off the dream. He's on his bed just reading. The book he's reading is called Baby's First Mythos, which is number 1 about Eldritch characters. And it's Slenderman is usually an Eldritch character. And who wrote the book?
Erica Henderson. If you guys don't follow comics or my other cosplays, I cosplay Squirrel Girl. And Erica Henderson is the artist for the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl comic book.
So I've gotten a few asks about this, as well as we've gotten comments on episode 3 about why was Lyra was already throwing rocks in episode 2, and now she's throwing rocks with Clocky, and I don't get it. Does Toby think Clocky is Clocky is Lyra, and what? All right. There's stuff about like when you recall memories, muscle memories and things like that. So what it is that we're hinting at was that Toby can't remember his family unless Slenderman makes him remember. That's how Slenderman tortures these guys. He makes them remember their memories that they can't have anymore. Like the throwing rocks thing is Toby just met Nat, and he's like, well, what are we gonna do? We can just walk around all day. When you just don't know what to do. But you've all been like hanging out with people, just being like, what are we gonna do? So he thinks, oh, throwing rocks because that sounds like fun. Like, I feel like I know this from somewhere. So he starts throwing rocks with Nat, and it's kind of like a hint. It's like, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
So
he's kind of remembering a little bit on his own.
Oh, that's the hat that Lyra is wearing in the car.
Oh, yes, this is
in the alternate reality. So, those are all of our Did You Catch This segment. How do you sum up our videos, Jess?
Episode 1 is like, oh hey, yeah, this is really fun, and these characters are pretty funny, you know? It's cool. And then episode 2, you're like, oh yeah, this is good, and wait, what? And episode 3 is
ah!
And then episode 4 is
ah! And episode 5 is like, oh my god!
It's like,
so that it also can be summed up with sad, emotional, Muji, awesome music to flashbacks and alternate reality. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. By the way, like, these vlogs are full of information. Like, if you sat through this and watched it all, you know so much more about what's going on with episode 5, all these hidden things, the special guests, than all those people who just watched the episodes.
You know that the bloopers are coming up this week. You know that my ship date changed and I'm alive and here and I'm not in South Carolina. And so you guys are awesome for, the 3,000 to 10,000 of you that actually go and watch these vlog videos. They're super important, and we try to fill it with relevant information for you guys and not just sitting around doing nothing on camera. We want it to be relevant to the channel. These are
and
updates.
Informative.
Yeah, these are updates about the channel, about the videos, about what's coming up, what you might have missed, or what you didn't catch. That's thank you for watching these, and let others know to watch these because they're super important. Every video we upload is awesome, and you should watch them.
So thank you again for watching, and see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.